Hello my friends and welcome. Let's go straight for updates. We have them today on the southern part of the front lines near to Velika Novosilka. This hump, as you can see, it was there a long time ago, but Ukraine took this part of the land and we gained the ground today as well. Let's go to the timeline. It was yesterday and it is today. The latest achievement for Ukrainian army is to get Rivnopil under control, and we move our forces southbound, probably to Staromayorsk and Urozhaine. The fighting is ongoing in that area. Here are just some of the fields and the forest lines that Russia uses as the defense lines. My friends, sorry today I have a very bad voice and bad look because I got sick. So sorry about it. Anyways, it's my duty to record the video non-stop every day. The fighting is also reported in Priyutna village. However, Ukraine mostly uses artillery systems and FPV drones. We are not going to direct fight with Russian forces in this particular village for now. I do expect that the Ukrainian army will start its massive strike on the southern part of the front lines because recently we cut many of the Russian supplies in Tokmak, in Melitopol itself, and also in Berdansk. Also, we have the good news from the United States of America. They agreed to send some sort of the new military package to Ukraine, and there will be the cluster munition. Not for ATACMS right now, but for M777 artillery, so 155mm caliber. It will help Ukraine to cut the defense lines that Russia was able to build, because those shells will cover the vast areas of the enemy side and you basically need less ammunition to perform the same job. With the standard shells to break through the Russian defense lines, well, I would say it's not possible. Just aviation could help, but there is no other way how you can penetrate the lines on a distance. And if you're gonna penetrate the lines with your active forces, with your tanks, etc., it will be used, but with the cluster munition it will be much more easier and Ukraine will have much less losses. Again, the Ukrainian side signed the agreement that it will not use the cluster shells near to the residential areas. We are speaking about villages, towns and cities. We're gonna use them just on the fields. Plus, the United States will supply the limited amount of shells that are needed just to break through the Russian defense. So this deal is temporarily valid. Without the aviation bombs in use by Ukrainian Air Force, yes, we have those, but not many, cluster munition will perform the similar job. This is the new military package from the United States, and here we have DPICM. Those are the cluster munitions for 155 artillery shells. Again, the record number of Bradleys, of Strikers, 32. TOW missiles, javelins, air defense rockets, rockets for HIMARS, and many more. Plus the big number of engineering and towing equipment to evacuate the tanks from the front lines and to supply those tanks to the front lines. So this is the cluster munition artillery shell that Ukrainian army will get. The name of it is M864. Inside it contains those small grenades, and there are two modifications of the grenades. M42, which is less powerful, and M46, which is more powerful. Inside there could be 48 of the less powerful M42 grenades or 24 of more powerful grenades. The idea of the shell that it just breaks apart before impact, releasing all of those explosives. So it hits the much larger spot. It's very effective against infantry and not only. With just a couple of the shells you may create the way through the Russian defense. The downside of this shell that it's not controllable really. If you compare it, for example, with a high-precision Excalibur shell. But really, it doesn't need that precision as the standard shell because it covers the vast areas. Also, it will help to demine the fields. President Zelensky attended many of the countries recently, and today he visited Turkey and met with Turkish leader Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Erdogan said that Ukraine has the full right to join the NATO alliance. So he doesn't support the membership of Sweden so far, but he supports Ukrainian membership. And you know, the majority of the NATO countries do support the Ukrainian membership in organization. Very soon there's gonna be the NATO summit in Vilnius, and I hope for the good news for Ukraine. Yes, will not join NATO. I do not expect it to happen very soon. only after the war is over, unfortunately. Our president told about it. But we should sign some sort of the agreement with NATO, for example. Then the war is over, we gonna join the alliance. And here we also need to speak about victory. What is victory? To take back all of the Ukrainian territories, or Russia would just continue to strike our land with their cruise missiles and the drones? In that case, should we wait for the collapse of the Russian regime, or should we help it to collapse? For now, we've been told that there are gonna be some sort of the good news for Ukraine. We'll see. Germany also participated with a new military package for Ukraine, mostly engineering equipment, and those bridges are must-have for the assaulting Ukrainian forces. The Ukrainian intelligence chief Budanov says that the counteroffensive is ongoing, but we should wait a little for the results. As for the time, he says that we have a little bit less than 10 months for success. He says that the task of the Ukrainian armed forces is much bigger compared to the Russian task than they got control over Bakhmut. Basically, we should take much bigger ground, and the main aim of this counteroffensive operation is to get to Crimea. Russia sends more equipment to the southern parts of Ukraine, also marking equipment, and as you can see, it is the very ancient T-55 tank. The new satellite images appear showing some sort of the white objects on the roof of one of the reactors of Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Yet we are out of clue of what is there, but some of the resources said that it's the machine gun positions that Russians put just on the top. The Czech Republic will send its military attack helicopters Mi-24s to Ukrainian army, and also they will put the F-16 full flight simulator to Ukraine that will help Ukrainian pilots to partially pass the training in Ukraine itself till their real practice. As for the training flights on the real airplanes, those will be conducted mostly in Romania. I would say that one simulator of F-16 is not enough, but it's okay to maintain the skills. Also, they need the time to put it in Ukraine, so I guess for the full training, our guys will go somewhere abroad, to United Kingdom, Denmark, United States, Romania. This is the tactics of the Russian kamikaze vehicles. They put lots of the explosives inside the infantry vehicle, then they jump from the vehicle. You see the soldiers are jumping from that one, and the vehicle goes to Ukrainian positions, and later on, if nothing stops the vehicle, it just explodes on Ukrainian positions. Well, actually this vehicle is so slow that our guys had the chance to evacuate before it reached the Ukrainian positions. Plus, you may stop this vehicle even with 30mm gun or RPG. Russia tried to counterattack near to Avdiivka but failed in this attempt. My friends, I posted the full video on my Telegram channel, and not just this one. To be aware of the current information, please check out my Telegram channel in the video description just below. The new photos appear from the Wagner residential palace in Belarus that is building now for the Wagner soldiers. As you can see, this is some sort of the prison. Lots of the military camps, lots of the stuff. At least they have electricity, but I don't think that they will stay there for a long time, as I said to you before. What is this? Oh, this is probably, yeah, it is the water to clean everything, clean the body, hands, and to wash the clothes. I thought at first that it's some sort of the feeder like you may find on the animal farms, but it is just the water, so the conditions are better than I expected. I forgot to tell you about the latest update from the Bakhmut area, maybe because there's no update. Our guys are still very close to Klishivka and partially took the hills over there. But the actual details are unknown. The Russian media resources continue to say that they repelled the Ukrainian attacks close to Klishivka, but Ukrainian resources say that we took the important ground close to it. Well, based on the Ukrainian pace recently, we may look at it, just in a couple of days we moved quite a lot. It means that in the nearby future we're gonna take Klishivka village. And hopefully we will encircle the Bakhmut city. I guess that is the next step of Ukrainian counteroffensive action. As for the south, I think that Ukraine will wait for the cluster munition to start the new step in major counteroffensive operation that will be conducted this summer. My friends, now press the like to this video, and also if you want to support my job, there are some links available in the video description just below. You may support me on Patreon, on sponsorship of this channel or on a PayPal. Thank you so much for your awesome support. I wish you all a peaceful sky wherever you are and have a great time.